Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick, and this is also the home of the teaser spread picks. And honestly, we've hit quite a bit this year on the teasers, so let's get to another one. I am not putting this on my teaser, but I highly considered it. But let's start Thursday night football. I know you guys want in on this action. Thursday night, sometimes I see you guys making bets out of desperation just because you want to bet on the game. But let's get to it. I'm going to churn that Tennessee Titans +1. I'm going to make that into a +8, and I have absolutely no problem doing that. I think this is a one-possession game. I am not disrespecting the Colts by any means, but I think the Titans respond. And I said 2 weeks ago, I still think the Titans find a way to win this division. And I know the Colts look good against the Ravens, but I do think the Titans will peak at the right time this year. So I absolutely love the +8. My big question is, how patient are the Titans going to be with the running game? And I want to see 15 carries by D. Henry before the end of the first half. If that happens, the play action will get going. And I think Tennessee makes the bigger plays in play action. That's why I'm going with the +8. Next game, and a lot of people have given me some bad feedback because I did pick the Giants to win in this game like I did last week against the Skins. We got the Philadelphia Eagles -3.5 against the Giants. I'm going to make that +3.5. I'm going to make that +10.5 for the Giants, and I don't see why not. They're playing pretty good defense right now. They don't have any stars or household names on defense, but I really like the way the front plays. I think they'll absolutely shut down this Philadelphia Eagle rush attack, and that's the starting point. You stop Philly's run, you make Carson Wentz throw. Carson Wentz will complete some receptions. Carson Wentz will make some plays, but he'll also give it to the other team, and I think that is something that is so vital. And Daniel Jones, he is going to make mistakes, but you got the 10.5. Giants are running it decent. I think Daniel Jones will make a few plays in this game, just like he did against a Washington football team. He will make a few plays, and that will be enough. I absolutely love this +10.5. The next game I'm looking at targeting is we got Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's -7.5. I'm gonna I'm gonna change that around. I'm gonna go Cincinnati +14.5, and I absolutely love this because we can talk about the Bengals all day. I've been saying all year, I feel like Zach Taylor's actually coaching competitive, not saying he's great, but this is more about Joe Burrow. This is about Joe Burrow taking over games, but he's also showing leadership qualities, and he's just making dynamic plays that you really can't account for. And when you get Joe Mixon back, they should get Joe Mixon back this week. Do not quote me, but I'm planning on Joe Burrow getting Joe Mixon back. I think they'll work the short passing game really well against Pittsburgh, and that's something you need to exploit against a very good defense. Another thing I think Joe Burrow will help with is Joe Burrow buys time, and that's something you're going to need to do against this Pittsburgh pass rush, especially since Pittsburgh's secondary is playing pretty damn good football. And then on the Pittsburgh side of things, man, we're looking at a Pittsburgh team that Big Ben's not practicing. The COVID protocols are really coming down hard on them. I'm not saying it will change the outcome of this game. I'm not saying Pittsburgh's distracted, but I think Cincinnati is better than people think, and we've been riding Cincinnati to cover spreads, and I don't see why that's changing. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Hit big on them on a money pick last week. I'm just looking for the exact spread. I want to give you the up-to-the-date minute. We got the Baltimore Ravens -7 against New England. We don't need to overthink this. Who's the better team? Who's got the better playmakers? And then you could even go a level deeper. Who's playing better defense? All of these things point to the Baltimore Ravens. And I've been saying Cam Newton's looked good the last 2 weeks, but that shows how bad this New England team is. They barely could beat the Jets with Cam Newton playing pretty good football, and they completely blew the game against the Buffalo Bills, even when Cam Newton was playing pretty good football. Baltimore's focus Vegas, they're like a fine wine. I told you guys, they're pacing themselves. They're in a jog. Now they're starting to get up to the trot. Baltimore wins and covers. This pick'em is easy. I don't know. Like, if you guys do a teaser and you don't have Baltimore on it, you know you're going to feel my wrath, especially since I have the call-in show on Friday, 4:30. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe now that I'm giving a shout-out for myself. Next game, and I think some people are going to be surprised. Some people are going to be mad about this. We got the Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. Miami's -2. I'm going to make that Chargers +2. I'm going to turn it into a +9. And the answer is Herbert. And I think the Chargers, they're a competitive team, and really they aren't as bad as their record says. We know the Raiders and teams like that are better than the Chargers, but we need to give the Chargers a little bit of respect. And when I'm looking at Miami, I'm looking at a team that is peaking right now. Tua actually played good against the Cardinals, but I don't think Miami's going to be dominant in this game. And if you look at the fashion in which the Chargers lose games, it's normally close. So I feel very comfy. I feel very, very comfy getting the Chargers +9. I like how that looks. The next game, we got the Cardinals -2.5. At home against the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to make that Bills +2.5. I'm going to make it +9.5. And I think Buffalo stays strong. I think they stay resilient. I don't think the Cardinals will do the things offensively in order to exploit the Bills' defense. Now, when I say that, I want the Cardinals to run the ball. I want run-pass balance. We know it's run and shoot. We know it's high-octane offense, but I want the Cardinals to help Kyler Murray out and pound that ball and keep the Bills honest. To attack this Bills defense, you don't go straight at the secondary. You don't let them rush the passer 40 times a game. What you need to do is you need to pound the ball. You need to work that defensive line in the run game, and that's something Seattle didn't do. And if Arizona doesn't do that, I could see the Bills coming out of here with a dub. But to make a long story short, Buffalo +9 is very, very solid. The next game I have, and this is one you can take it or leave it. I would completely understand if you left this off your parlay. Jacksonville +13.5 at the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to make that Jacksonville +13.5. I'm going to turn that into +20.5. And when you think of Jacksonville, everyone likes piling on them. And I know it's easy. And I piled on Minshew a lot this year, and I'll be honest about it, it was quite fun. But Minshew isn't the quarterback anymore, and we have to be honest about this. Jacksonville is playing good football for what their talent level says. When I say good football, at least we're seeing effort. At least we're seeing tenacity. At least we're starting to see some young players develop. So I think Jacksonville this game's going to be closer than people think. And then you look at the Green Bay side of the ball, look at their injury report. Green Bay has some problems right now. And even if Green Bay was fully healthy coming into this game, I don't think this Green Bay team is as good as people say they are. I even said it last year. I said when they were 12-3 or 13-3, I said this is the most overrated 13-3 team I have ever seen. So I think the recipe is basic for Jacksonville. You run the ball. You run the ball. You have to. You just have to run the ball against Green Bay. You don't have a choice, and you have to stick with it. You help your young quarterback with play action, and then what you do against Rodgers is you have to make him throw it underneath. You can't allow the big plays, and that's something that Green Bay will happily take. They love throwing it underneath. They don't get the big explosive plays anymore, and that's why Jacksonville will cover the +20.5. Green Bay isn't explosive on offense. We're trapped in a mind warp of like 2013. We know Devontae Adams is good, but this Green Bay team is not explosive on offense like people think they are. So let me go down my list again. We got the Chargers +9. We got Buffalo +9. We got Baltimore in the pick'em. We got Jacksonville +20.5. We got Cincinnati +14.5. We got the Giants +10. And if you want to get a little action on the Thursday night game, we got the Titans +8. I'll have an announcement call-in show Friday, 4:30. Go to the YouTube community section. If you can't be there live, leave your question. I'll make sure I answer that. Make sure you hit the like buttons. And also, an important thing, make sure you turn on your notifications, subscribe.